A good Saturday evening, race fans. It is PBJ here. We are live at the Spanish Grand Prix Round 4 for Division number 3 of the Zoom Racing League, Catalunya, Spain. As we kick off another exciting round of the championship for Division 3 in Zoom Racing League. Let's take a look at the track. It is going to be 4.655 kilometers, 2.892 miles, 16 turns, 2 DRS zones. Front straightaway, and then the little back straightaway that kind of shoots down toward turn 10. Plenty of overtaking opportunities. Very popular course. It's a track that's been on the calendar for a long time. First hosted the Spanish Grand Prix in 1991. Been home to it ever since. And funny enough, I think this is actually the first time we've ever raced here. So real quick, let's take a look at the standings for Division 3 heading into qualifying here. We have Doan in first place in the Alpine with 73 points. Duarte in second place, 59. Close behind Cushy with 57 or 58. And then OG, 57 points down there in fourth place. Cole Cummings down there, fifth place, 56 points. Very tight at the top of this. Still anybody's race, still very early in the season. Can't wait to see how this all plays out as the season goes on. So at this point, let's go and bring in our buddy Raz. How you doing, Raz?
I mean, I've had a few hefty beverages throughout the day, but I'm all okay. So I'm here to watch some good racing.
Hey man, we're gonna have a good racing tonight. Division 3 always puts on a good show. Sometimes be a little bit crazy, sometimes be a little bit clean. So it's fourth race in. We'll see how this plays out tonight. I'm gonna turn my mic down just a little bit because I think it's a little too loud there. We'll figure that out. Got a new mic this week, so things are kind of working themselves out. But currently watching OG on the track as he works his hot lap here. First hot lap of the session for OG. We'll go ahead and bring up our telemetry here so we can see what's going on. OG working through sector 3, that little chicane that everybody hates on this track. Onto the front straight. What kind of time can OG do? First, so far, Enjoyer's got a 16.8 for provisional pole. OG comes in with a 17.5. It's good enough for P5. And first lap in the books.
Yeah, Kushi had a little bit of a spin off, and looks like his tyres are just overheating before he starts his hot lap. So not really a pleasant start for Kushi, but Kushi is a very good driver. P3 in the standings for Alfa Romeo. I wasn't expecting that, so
he's got a McLaren right in front of him. Did you see that going into turn 4? There was a McLaren kind of just chilling on the line right there. I think that was maybe NVA. Yeah,
it was.
I don't
know.
Kind
of caught me out.
I don't know if his AI was driving then or what, but that was odd. And definitely Cushy had to take avoiding action there. Looks like he's still flying around the track, though. Hasn't given up yet.
Yeah. It looked like MVA was actually a billboard. So I thought it was a billboard then, but it just came out of nowhere.
As Cushy works his way through the third sector. Third sector here is very tight, very slow. Requires a lot of downforce on the car. Actually, a lot of mechanical grip to get the car to go around these corners. Sector 1's all downforce, very high-speed corners. Sector 2 is kind of a mix. Here comes Cushy across the line. He's going to do a 17.9. Only good enough for P9 at the moment. Watching Wild Fury in the Haas. Said his first lap runs a little bit wide there through turn number... What turn is that? That's turn number 6. No, turn number 9. And I gotta make my map bigger so I can read the numbers here. Very fast right-hand corner. Very easy to invalidate going over the curbs on the outside there. Well, Fury's going to hug that curb on the outside, come across to the right, go back to the left, back to the right again through the final chicane, get the power down as quick as he can, keep it tight to the right side, heading onto the front straightaway of the Barcelona track. He does a 17.1. That puts him P3 in the Haas. That's a good lap for the Haas.
Yeah, I mean, both Haas's are bunching up that Alpine of Nathan Doan. I mean, something I don't really like to see is reserve drivers coming out on top than the actual full-time drivers in the division.
Yeah, you'll get that sometimes down in D3, D4. A lot of the reserves, you know, for the other races usually go up D2, D1 sometimes, run from down here. So it's kind of a melting pot. We talked about that, I think, at the beginning of the season, how D4 is kind of the new melting pot. But really, D3 is a little bit of everything in here, I think.
Yeah,
Zenith's about to start a lap. I saw Zenith and Cole Cummings here. Looks like Cole's going to be the first one. So we'll pick him up.
It looks like both McLarens have retired already without setting a time.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of strategy. I'm not sure what's going on there. Haven't seen any pre-race discussion about that. Let's take a lap on board here with Cole Cummings. Heads down into turn 1. Quick flick to the right. Set the car back to the left. Use all the curb there if you can. Keep it nice and tight through turn 3 here. Let it run a little bit wide. Actually keep it on the inside for the faster lap, but it goes back to the left side, back to the right for turn 4. Track kind of widens out right there, so you get on the power as early as you can. Back down to turn 6. Little hairpin back to the left. Yeah, the left side tires here take a beating around this track. They tend to get really hot, all these left-hand or these right-hand turns. Through a little chicane right here, use as much of that curb as you dare without invalidating up through turn number 9. Very easy to invalidate there, but also very easy to lose the rear of the car. Heading down to the quick little left-hand turn, turn 10, which is also a little different in real life. They changed that in F1, I think last year. So game hasn't quite caught up yet, but heads down to the final 2 turns, a little chicane right here. Got to keep as much speed through here as you can. It's super easy to lose time there. As Corrupt sets a new pole time, 16.6. What can Cole Cummings do to respond in the Red Bull? He's going to do a 17 flat. Good enough for P3. Good lap for Cole Cummings.
Yeah, quite a decent lap for Cole. He's finding it quite comfortable in D3. He had quite a weird season last season, maybe. I mean, that could just be me, but I mean, now he's just showing what he's made of.
Brian Hackeman has lost his front wing in the Ferrari. Currently sitting P8. He's on the little back straightaway, the second DRS zone. That Ferrari does not look like it has all of its bits. Not sure what happened there. He may have lost it going through turn 9, that quick right-hand turn. We see a lot of guys kind of lose the rear end through there as the car requires all the downforce and you still got all the power on it. Snoop Francis out of the session. Looks like he retired in turn 3. Barney Goatmere, fast lap, 16.5 in the Mercedes. Good lap for Barney there.
Yeah, I think Rivas would be quite happy with that. I mean, Barney's a top driver. Showed it off last season when he came to Aston Martin, and he got a higher up seat in the Mercedes engine.
Yeah, Mercedes want to do well here this week. Barney's currently trying to catch up to Alex here. Alex currently sitting P2 in the championship. Barney wants to see the other Mercedes get up top there as well. Let's see who's on a fast lap here. I think Enjoyer might have just started a new lap. Or just finished a lap, one of the two. Definitely not on a lap right now, so we'll come back to Enjoyer. Let's see, speaking of Alex Duarte, he is on a cool down lap, so we're going to skip over him. Nathan Doan looks to be on a flyer here. And the Alpine up through turn 9. Keep the rear under control. He does. Uses the track nicely. It opens the DRS flap down the hill to turn 10. You know, I couldn't believe they were telling me earlier that this is the first time we've ever raced here, and my first thought was there's no way. There's no way, but come to think of it, I really think it is too. I mean, we do Barcelona and all the other sims and all the other leagues, but kind of surprising we've just never raced here in ZRL.
Nathan actually loses some time through the last sector, so he's actually going to stay in P8. But it's quite tight down to P8 to P4. It's just lower than a tenth, or higher than a tenth, I mean.
Trying to go a little bit faster in that Alpine here. Working his way around. Nathan Doan putting the Alpine in all the right spots on the track. A little bit wide there through the chicane, and he did invalidate, so his lap is done. Got to take it back to the pits, put a fresh set of tires on, give it one more go. He's got just enough time left in the session to make all that happen. Let's see where Enjoyer's at, as Enjoyer is on a fast lap in the Haas, currently sitting P3, trying to go a little bit quicker. Enjoyer's currently up a tenth and a half. That moves him into P2 if he can hold that. Let's see what he can do to the final sector here. This is where you really want that mechanical grip to be on the car. So that's the one thing about Barcelona. It's really the ultimate kind of setup balance with the high speed, high downforce sector 1, mechanical grip needed in sector 3. That's why it's a great testing track for Formula 1. Here comes Enjoyer across the line. He did lose a little bit of time in sector 3. Does improve, but unfortunately, currently setting P4. I think Wild Fury in the Haas, it's improved. He did. He jumped up to P2 with a 16.6. Wild Fury doing a great job here.
Yeah, I was on board with his hot lap, and it was a really neat and tidy lap. And just hitting every apex correct. No mistakes happening during his lap. As Brian Hackerman's actually 4 tenths up in his time right now.
Hackerman putting in a good lap here. You know, it's something to be said about trying to go fast on a racetrack. Usually you find the most time on the slowest part of the track. You know, everybody thinks you got, the fastest turns, high-speed turns, got to throw it in there as hard as I can. Well, really, it's the slow turns, because you're taking up so much time going through there that you can, you know, any small improvement that you do can really add up in big lap time. So yeah, you get a clean sector 3 here, you're bound to have a good lap as Hackerman goes P5. Looks like Corrupt's on another flyer here in the Aston Martin. Corrupt's up 0.03 of a second so far in sector 1. He's going to make a run for pole here. He can keep that Aston clean. Looking nice and tidy through the chicane there. Heads down to turn 10. It's a little bit wide there through turn number 12. Some drivers like doing that to carry the speed up the hill. Let's see how much speed he can carry through the chicane here. Look pretty clean. This might be a good lap for Corrupt. Well, it's good. Is it good enough to put him on P1? It's good enough for P2. He missed P1 by 0.5 tenth a second. Great lap from Corrupt. That might be all he's got left. I don't think he's got enough DRS to go, or ERS to go around again. Barty Goatmere's in the pits, Wild Fury's in the pits, Enjoyer's in the pits. So unless somebody from outside the top 5 here, as Hackerman looks like he's recharging the battery, do another go. Either that or he's coming in. Oh, he just retired, so he's out of the session. So he's done. Zenith currently down there in P6. Looks like she is, can't tell if she's trying to recharge her battery. Ethan Patel, new fast lap in the Red Bull. 16.4. 0.5 tenth faster than Barney Goatmere. Great lap from Ethan Patel. Could have put that Red Bull up front.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan's, I wasn't expecting that really. I mean, Ethan's probably that number 2 driver that for Red Bull team. I mean, I feel like Cole and Ethan on a wheel are evenly matched, but Cole's just got more experience. He's on like a controller or a wheel or a Nintendo Switch or whatever he wants to use. And then Ethan getting pole here will really shock me.
So far, he's got it. Cole Cummins is out of the session. He's retired the car. Zenith, probably the next driver to make her stab at it. She is on a flyer right now in that Alpha Tauri. Working up through turn 9, loses the rear, and she crashes off the track into the tire wall. This is what we talked about earlier, that you can lose it on that corner, and she did. So Zenith not going to improve. Let's see who's next. It would be the Williams of Coots. I don't know how to say his name, so I'm going to call him Coots. He looks like he is on a flyer. Yep, he's on a flyer. He's coming around. Haven't seen anybody really jump into the top 6 here. I think the next driver to do it would be Coots here. See, OG's retired. There's another, that's the other Alpha Tauri. So, and Coots is so far on a not a personal best lap, down 0.2 of a second here. It's looking like this may be an Ethan Patel pole, really trying to turn it around after DNF in the last 2 races of the season at Austin and Spa, unless Coots here can pull one out of the bag. And that Williams, and he does not improve, so he's going to sit P10. So top 10 drivers are set. In fact, the whole field is set. Ethan Patel, pole sitter at Barcelona.
Oh, that's definitely shocked me out there. I mean, wow. Barney just missing out on pole by 50 milliseconds. And then even Karuff a 10th off Ethan. So as Barney just crashed into the pit wall. So
yeah, I think Barney was trying to go a little bit faster. It looked like he already lost his front wing as a random wheel comes rolling down the pit lane. Oh, that's great. And it falls over for good measure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite surprised Nathan Doan's P7. I mean, his qualifying pace is actually like top 5. But maybe he ain't really got to grip around this track. But then, I mean, his race pace could be, say, another story.
Here we go. Starting grid for the Barcelona GP, Spanish GP for Division 3. Ethan Patel, pole sitter, 16.4. Good enough to get him on the front row with Barney Goatmere in the Mercedes. So it'll be Red Bull versus Mercedes down the turn 1. Corrupt P3, Wild Fury P4 in the Haas. How about at Haas locking out P4 and P5? Great job for the Haas team. Enjoy your P5. Brian Hockerman got the Ferrari up to P6. Nathan Doan, Zenith, Cole Cummins, Coots and the Williams up to P10, Josh Barnsley and the other Ferrari, Alphys Duarte, OG, Cushy, run up your top 14 positions. Pretty tight field too. I mean, top 14 all within a second of each other. As we head into the race. If you haven't done so already, make sure you get yourself something cold to drink, relax, enjoy this Spanish Grand Prix. Unfortunately, I don't have a weather forecast, so I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I think no matter what, Red Bull versus Mercedes side by side down in the turn 1. It's an interesting turn 1 too, Raz. I mean, do you want to be on the outside or do you want to be on the inside going through that turn?
Anything at this point. But I think the wait, is it the outside or is it the inside? I don't even know my outsides and the insides at the moment. It's the outside. I'd rather go on the outside, I'd say. I mean, I think through that corner you've got more. I can't even get my words out. Oh my god. I need to get some water, but
okay. Go get some water. I got you covered. Yeah. So you want to be on the inside for the second turn,
yeah.
Right? That's the key.
Yeah,
I think that's the question. If you can power down and you can power through there, and power through there, kind of push somebody off maybe on the inside, you know, and kind of get the car back on around to the left to get on that next apex. The key is that second apex to carry all that speed around the next turn, turn 3. But there he is, Ethan Patel and the Red Bull leading the pack around for the formation lap. They're going to try to get their tires nice and warmed up. Pit stop strategy. AWS is saying it's going to be a 2-stop. We'll see how that plays out. Soft to medium to medium. If you started on the mediums in the back, let's go and pull it up and see what everybody's starting on here. Yep, top 10, all the soft tires. Everybody except OG and Drip in the bottom 10 are starting on the medium tire. So try to run those mediums as long as you can with the alternate strategy. Hope an early safety car does not come out. But with this track, I mean, all these tracks, it seems like every one of them is difficult, dangerous, and yeah, I mean, especially going through this turn right here. It's so easy to lose the car, hit a wall, end your race, be done with it. So let's have a great race in D3. So everybody in the chat thinking Nathan Doan can score big points in Spain. 56% of the vote says a yes. As we get ready for the start, the final drivers make their way into the position on the grid. As we get ready for the game to synchronize, and we are underway. Here we go for the start. The lights are coming alive. Red lights on the board. 5 lights up. Drop the clutch and away we go. It's Ethan Patel. He's going to lead. Look at, there's an Aston around on the grass into the lead. That's Corrupt. Has taken the leader through the grass. Look at the Haas on the inside as Barney Goatmere gets a terrible start. The Mercedes drops back to P4 side by side with Hackerman in the Ferrari. As these drivers work themselves out, terrible start for Barney Goatmere, great start for Corrupt, as the Ferrari gets hit by, I think it was it Barney Goatmere? I couldn't tell. But Brian Hackerman drops back to P7, gets hit again in the rear by Zenith in the Alpha Tauri, side by side with the Williams of Coot here. Got to settle in as, wow, look at Zenith sending it around the outside through the chicane. Zenith takes the position around Hackerman. I think Brian Hackerman's got an issue with the car.
Yeah, it doesn't look good on this end, PBJ. I'm watching on the stream with you. Freddie had to step away for a minute. And this is something we talked to Barney Goatmere about just Hackman leaves the session. So it does look like he's having issues there beyond what he can handle right now. So maybe just a little restart and get back into it, but a huge loss of spots there. We did talk about this just before the race started. I warned Barney to watch out for Corrupt doing a move there at the start. Did not expect around the outside in the grass. I was thinking a dive into turn 1 on the inside, so really good move from Corrupt. Don't know how legal it is to pass on the grass, but as long as he's got those 2 wheels on the tarmac, he's good to go.
Yeah, it was a brave move, but he made it stick. So Corrupt currently in the race lead. Ethan Patel running P2 in the Red Bull. Wild Fury in the Haas, P3. Barney Goatmere back to P4. Yeah, Brian Hackerman definitely having issues. He is out of the session for now, as there's a NVA in the McLaren has gone around in turn 1. Struggling, did not have a good qualifying, didn't get a time on the board. Now that McLaren is just trying to limp his way around, hoping for a safety car at this point.
A little bit of a message from NBA earlier. He was having problems with his pedal inputs. They were both going to 100% at all times, so he was full brake, full gas all the time and couldn't control the car.
Oh, we got a Red Bull off. Ethan Patel has crashed. Ethan Patel has crashed and he is down. Oh no, Ethan. Ethan has crashed in the chicane. He's missing part of his front wing. And that Red Bull is going to limp it. So terrible start for Red Bull. Cole Cummins and Ethan Patel both down in the bottom 3 positions. I did not see what happened to Cole, but oh, that's terrible for Ethan after starting on pole.
Absolute roller coaster of emotions. You get that high of getting on pole, Ethan Patel, I believe, for the first time here in Division 3. First time on a wheel getting pole, and then now here you are sitting in P20. So if he's trying to do the first to last to first challenge, he's got a lot of work to make up here in the next 30 laps. But Ethan's gotten really salty here lately. I know he's disappointed after his Indy 500 crash out earlier. So it's going to be a time for redemption if you're Ethan Patel. It's going to be hard to make up spots when you got really fast guys. But if you look at the top 5, you got Corrupt, Wild Fury, Barney Goatmere, Enjoyer, Coots, and then Alex Duarte down in P8. All Mercedes Academy drivers. How about that?
Yeah, Toto Rivas did a good job picking some drivers this year. I'll tell you that. Yeah, Ethan's one of those guys, though. There's a few drivers in the league that like to run, iRacing events, the endurance race, the Indy 500, and yeah, Ethan did not have a good time there, so just carries over to Spain. At this point, you can only hope for a safety car as he goes to the medium tires, try to push that Red Bull as far as he can. Meanwhile, back up front, how about Barney Goatmere putting a charge here on Wild Fury in the Haas? Wild Fury's kind of the cork in this bottle right now. He's got a DRS train running behind him, as we should get DRS, I think, if we haven't gotten already, at least this time by. I think that Mercedes and that Alpine even might even make good work of the Haas here down the front straightaway. Corrupt just pulling away, 2.5 seconds down the road. Here comes the Mercedes on the back of Wild Fury here. He's going to sling to the right side, take the inside line down into turn 1. Makes it look easy, and it is easy with the DRS.
And your boy's back.
There he is.
Sorry for the hold up, but I've just been dancing with my mum for like the last 5 minutes. So
You missed it. Both Red Bulls are now the bottom 3 of the field. So terrible start, terrible news for Ethan Patel there. Had a crash going through the chicane and now running around the back of the field. So Barney Goatmere starts the charge after Corrupt. Corrupt 2.5 seconds down the road. Let's see if that Mercedes can catch the Aston Martin. And let's see how far Wild Fury can step into this race, keep that Haas in the top 3 here.
well, there's quite a few people on mediums actually. So are they doing the 1 stop or is everyone just going to do the 2 stop?
We're going to wait and see. I don't know. I mean, everybody that started on the medium started on the outside of the top 10, so they're working their way up. Of course, a couple guys have fallen down the order to help that, but let's take a look at the biggest movers here. As the Haas goes under and Barney trying to get it back, was not able to get it. Barney runs a little bit wide through turn 2 there. It's going to keep it, but that Haas is still all over the back of the Mercedes. I don't think he's going to get there by the time he gets to turn 4. Barney Goatmere under threat here. He's got to pull a gap on the Wild Fury and the Haas here. Got a yellow in sector 1. It's another Ethan Patel. No, it's not. It is it's Cummins. Is it? Yep.
Yeah.
Cole Cummins went around and through turn 2. He's got the Red Bull going the right direction again.
Yeah, it looks like his wing's okay, so maybe it was just a little bit of a spin, touching the curb a little bit. Nothing too big.
Red Bull not having a great race here in Spain as there's yellow in sector 2. Looks like 2 cars came together. Maybe Marino and Williams of Leafses had a moment there through the chicane. Both those drivers falling down the orders here as Marino's got hot tires and that McLaren is a handful right now.
Yeah, they might have wing damage or maybe got some damage to the car. Who knows?
Well, they're still battling here, it looks like. As, yeah, I don't see any damage just visually, but that doesn't always mean anything, so. Leafsis looks like he's struggling. He's coming into the pits, takes out the pylon to go with it for good measure. Leaves us into the pits on medium tires. What's he going to go to here? It's still kind of early to. You can't do softs. You go to another set of mediums?
Yeah, it's going to be another set of mediums and then maybe go to lap 24 and just put it on softs for 9 laps, I'd say. But
New front wing. Yeah, there was damage on that Alpine. Looks like he's going to a set of hards, actually, trying to stretch this out as far as he can.
Yeah, I mean, I specifically told everyone in the Alpine chat not to use the hard tyres, or I will boot their bums, but because the hards just don't work around here. There's no grip. There's literally nothing with those hards, so he's going to struggle for the rest of the race.
Looks like Wild Fury got back around Barney Goatmere up here and got P2 back, so Barney's going to try to run the DRS and get back again. Let's watch it from Nathan Doan's perspective here as this DRS train continues to pull the field around. We've got, I mean, what, 7, 8 cars in this DRS train? So Barney Goatmere is going to make a lunge here at Wild Fury. He's not really close enough to do it. Is he going to make a lunge anyway? No, he thinks better of it. Got a yellow in Sector 3. It looks like another McLaren. That might be NVA again. Had an issue. He looks like he got it fixed. Can't tell if he has his front wing. He does. Does he have all of his front wing? Looks like he does. He's staying out. It's a nice little race up front here, though, Raz. You got, it's Haas, Mercedes, Alpine, and then Haas, Williams up there. AlphaTauri, good mix. Haas boys doing good.
Yeah, I mean, they're reserved, so I'm not counting any of them. As I said earlier, I don't like reserves being in higher up positions, but it is what it is. It happens.
Looks like Zenith ran wide through turn 9 back there. Zenith was struggling in qualifying, and so she's still struggling. Trying to get that AlphaTauri under control here. Now is her teammate, OG's sitting right behind her right now. They continue to work their way around. Wild Fury went to the pits.
So
Trying to go for the undercut here.
Yeah. Nah, I think he'll be doing the 2-stop. I mean, no other reason. Because you can't do the hards for 26 laps.
Yep, going to the medium tire. You're right, Raz. So, oh, she's got to sit. He's sitting for a long time. Oh, there it goes. Okay, that was just a little desync issue. So, medium tires on the car. Yellow in Sector 2 again. That is an Alpine.
He's broke his wings.
Oh, so, leaves this big crash.
So it's good for one part of the, I can't even speak right now, garage. And then quite bad on the other side. So it's not been Lisa's day, but as I said, I mean, the hard tyres are going to have no grip, so he's probably just like full pelted through that long right-hand corner on the back straight.
So yeah, definitely a lot of drivers here struggling. Let's get a quick update on the Red Bull team. Cole Cummins down there in P15 at the moment, just trying to claw back, running the soft tires still, has not pitted. His teammate, Ethan Patel, currently just turning hot laps all by himself on the medium tire back there. Both these drivers waiting for a safety car to get back in this race, but it hasn't happened yet. Doesn't mean it won't happen. Let's go back up front. We got a Alpine chasing Barney Goatmere here.
Yeah, I mean, these two have got a little bit of rivalry going on. I'm not going to name some stuff, but just maybe going some people moaning about going for silly moves and going a little bit aggressive onto each other and making contact with each other. So yeah, I think they've got a little bit of rivalry going on here.
It's easy to do at these speeds for sure. You got to make a move, you got to make it quick, and sometimes if the driver ahead of you is committed, it can come across pretty bad. But the DRS train looks like it's been broken up. You got these three drivers here, Barney Goatmere, Nathan Doan, and Joyer, all kind of running their own little DRS train. Then behind them, Zenith just took the move on Alex Duarte. Zenith currently up to P5. Now it's going to lead that DRS train down the front straightaway. Zenith, of course, on the soft tires, leading the medium drivers around. It'll be interesting to see, and I hope the higher divisions, D2 and D1, are kind of watching the strategy here. You got Barney Goatmere starting on the medium tire. Excuse me, starting on the soft tire. You got Alex Duarte starting on the mediums. Both drivers having clean races so far, so we'll see which one, after the pit stops, are We're going to come out on top here as Wild Fury sets a new fast lap on the medium tires here. Yellow in sector 1. This time it's an Alpha Tauri. It's OG's gone around. Or OG's in the pits.
Oh, and OG's in the pit.
So it's not. It's Zenith. Zenith's gone out then.
Yeah, wing looks like it's okay, so, but that's just...
Zenith's
that's only
drifting
visual.
that car around the turn. Sorry, Raz, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was pretty good driving right there. And she loses it.
She's
Yeah.
gone. So the tires are just like...
And she lights
gone
him
at
up
this
again.
point.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
And she's still spinning. And she's still spinning.
That car is going to be a handful. Snoop Francis out of the race. He's crashed in the...
I was in a safety car.
That is a safety car. That's a big save for Zenith. A great save for Red Bull. Safety car is out. Let's pick up our leader. He's going to come into the pits right now. Get off those soft tires. I imagine the top 4 are going to all get off those tires. Let's see what Nathan Duarte does. Do you make an early pit stop here if you get the 2-stop strategy, Res?
He's going
to stay out. Yeah. Drivers behind. Look like everybody's coming in. Alex Duarte may have been caught out right here. Everybody's into the pits. Alex Duarte is going to take the lead, but everybody else behind, I think, except Wild Fury. Yeah, Wild Fury's going to be the next car to stay out. Where's Fury going to rejoin this race? Looks like he's going to be right in front of Barty Goatmere. Oh, and Barty gets clobbered by the Haas of Enjoyer. Coming out of the pits right there. That had to damage Enjoyer's wing. It looks like Barney was slowing down for the apex there, and Enjoyer, or Barney maybe slowing down because the Haas was out on the outside already, and Enjoyer just, I mean, clobbered him.
What will be interesting now is Leaf say he's been lapped already, and I mean, the Codemasters physics are quite bad at most of the time. So will you see Leaf say he's going ahead of the safety car, or will you see him just joining with the safety car? With the line.
Where is Leafs here?
He's right at the back. He's just in the middle with Kushi and whoever the Ferrari is, Josh Barnsley.
Looks like he's not even driving that car right now. I think AI is driving it. I think Leafs is actually retired from the race, but his car is still going. I think I saw. Well, excuse me. He left the session, so I know he's not driving that car right now. So there's no telling where that car is going to end up. All right, so pit stops have completed. Let's reset the field here a little bit. Alex Duarte in the Mercedes. Last week's second place winner. Currently running P1 on the old medium tires. Maybe trying to stretch it out to a one-stop, kind of carry him out to the end, try to get to the soft and then be done with it. But I think he is going to be a sitting duck from Corrupt, Nathan Doan, Wild Fury, Barney, all those guys right behind. Of course, Wild Fury's got a few laps in those tires already. Made the early pit stop. Cushy's on a set of hards, actually. And then Josh Barnsley in the Ferraris on a set of soft tires. Marino and NVA, both McLarens have chose to go hard. Giggity. But everyone else looks like they're running medium tires at this point. Might get a restart here as the field bunches itself back up. Pretty interesting results on the why does Red Bull suck poll here. Duncan and Garrett. Why does Red Bull suck? Is it Duncan or is it because Garrett left? Well, both of them are 42%, so both? I don't know. Ethan Patel, 15%. Definitely not Ethan's fault. Ethan doing a great race. A little bit of bad luck there in the first few laps, but he'll work his way back up. Safety car is in this lap. How many laps can Alex Duarte in the Mercedes hold off Corrupt? We are about to find
Do you mind just turning me up? I've got some issues with people saying I'm a bit too quiet.
Oh, okay, I can fix that.
That is fine. As while you're doing that, I'll give a little viewers a little bit of a razzle dazzle here as Alex Duarte coming down to the turn one side by side with Corrupt in the Aston Martin as he actually makes a move down, doing his hairpin. I'm pretty sure it is. BJ, what do you think about this commentating right now? I think it's excellent.
I think it's fantastic. Unfortunately, I got to leave the game to turn you up, so I'm kind of waiting for the action to stop here. I think now is a good time to do it, so I'm going to turn you up real quick, and then find it. Bear with me.
All right, so as he's doing that, Nathan Doan is right on the back of Alex Duarte, and he was looking for a move, but he had to back out of it, and going to the blind right-hand corner, keeping it nice and tidy. As Alex is actually losing grip, so everyone's just going to go past him now.
Hopefully that's a little bit better.
The next few laps, and your host commentator is going to be back with you.
You killed it, Raz. Keep going, man. That turned you up. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I can turn the game down too if I need to. Maybe that's what's going on. I'll turn the game down just a touch. Sorry, guys. Been a minute since I had all this running, so here we go. Let's try that, see if it's any better. Let me know in the chat how that is, and we'll go from there. All right.
Just realised my mic was on mute, and I was just doing a whole commentating.
All right, so Alex Duarte, P2. Corrupt got by him there in turn 1 on the restart. So, but he's currently holding his own on P2 right there. Nathan Doan not able to really catch up to him and do much with it. Let's see how Barnsley's doing back here on the soft tires. Trying to get that Ferrari up the field here.
So the only person that hasn't stopped yet is Alex. So OG, who was on the mediums, actually did pit again on another set of mediums, so he's actually doing a 2-stop.
Good little battle here, 3 wide and some wheel banging as Barnsley backs out, gets overtaken by his teammate. Ferraris are side by side through turn 12 here. That was Berberto and OG go. Excuse me, that was Berberto and Cushy going side by side, I think. But yep, they made it through. That was a little wheel bang, nice little racing there. As now Josh Barnsley's under attack from Drip Israel. And looks like Hackerman's going to try to make a move on Cushy here. He's going to back out. Maybe a little bit of contact there. That was really close.
A little bit action with both Ferrari engines, as that's Ethan Patel that's actually spun. And I think he's hit the curb. That dangerous curb that just spins you out and gives you no luck.
Nice little race back here for P12. You got Brian Hackerman, Drip Israel. Whoa, and a big wiggle from Drip. Nice save there, but unfortunately it's going to cost him a position from Brian Hackerman around the outside. Excuse me, that's Josh Barnsley. These Ferraris look too much alike. As Barnsley's going to take the position from Drip. Further back, you got a McLaren underneath Zenith. Zenith trying to get her recovery drive started. Of course, both McLarens again on the medium tire or the hard tires. As there's an Alpha off the track, that is Drip. And they're still side by side. Zenith's definitely got the quicker tire here, but those McLarens are running pretty good defense.
Nathan's going to make a move on Alex. No, he actually backs out of it.
Nice little 5-car battle here for P3. Looks like Alex is now the cork in the bottle for this DRS train. Those tires have got to be hurting at this point. We are almost halfway into this race. Look at the mover on the outside Barney Goatmere makes. And then the other, I was saying the Alpine was trying to think about as well. Great mover on the outside there for Barney Goatmere. Gets that Mercedes up to P3. Now he's got his teammate in front of him. Got to think that Duarte's not gonna fight too hard against Barney right here. Barney's gonna go and sling it up the inside, heading down the turn 1. You got a Williams and an Alpine really close to each other here. The Alpine's gonna go under the Williams side by side in the turn 1. They're still side by side through turn 3. And they settle out. Looks like Nathan Doan's gonna hold that position, but now Enjoyer's got a big run on Coots here. Look at the battle here. This is great racing.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan Dunn was actually P2 at P2, P3 at one point, and he's dropped back 2 positions. So maybe his tires ain't working as hot as he wanted them to be. But
Enjoyer and Coots both have a huge slide right there. Sorry, Raz, both of them saved it though. OG sneaks up into P7 because of it.
Nathan's still going side by side with Alex.
Yeah, Alex is definitely, I think Alex, especially leading into Sector 3 here, it seems like those medium tires just do not have any grip left. Oh, and they touch! Nathan Zone goes around, Alex Duarte goes around.
I think Nathan didn't really expect Alex's, like, braking
Alex goes into the pits.
Alex is in the pits. But that won't be for wing damage.
No, that'd be for tires, and Nathan looks like he stayed out. Just ran right in the back of them and took them both out. Meanwhile, look at this battle up here. P4, it's Coots, OG, and Enjoyer. Enjoyer's going to sneak up now into P6. So we right on board Roberto. It's OG and Coots into turn 4, side by side. OG's going to keep that alpha. He's going to keep it there and keep the grip. Battling hard. Backs out a little bit, sneaks it back in. These two are still wheel to wheel. Great race.
Yeah, as OG's got to pit again, so he really needs to work with these guys to gain more time towards the people behind him. So fighting with Akut is not a really good idea. Alex pits on the softs.
Great racing here from the midfield. Corrupt continues to just drive away. Got a yellow in Sector 3.
Zenith.
Is Zenith again. I can't seem to find her. There she is. Just struggling. Yeah, she's missing a piece of her front wing. She's going to have to pit again. Meanwhile, Barney Goatmere has already caught himself a Wild Fury. Barney just drove away from that bunch. Yeah, Barney just drove away from that bunch, and he got a yellow in Sector 1. It's an Alpine. Nathan Doan has gone around.
Alpine in shambles right now.
It's all coming undone. Oh, it's heartbreak for Nathan. Had such a good race last week. Current championship leaders had a string of strong finishes, but gonna have to do a recovery drive now with about 15 laps to, or 15 laps to go. Yeah. Meanwhile, let's check on Barney Goatmere up here. Barney has found himself some pace, and he is looking to get past that Haas. Another yellow in Sector 1. That's Zenith again. She went to the hard tire and didn't even make it out of the pits. That's bad luck for her. Anyway, here comes Barney. He's gonna have DRS this time. Marino's out of the session. That's the McLaren, and that's a safety car. So Zenith gets saved again. The Red Bull gets another break, trying to get back up there, and everybody gets a free another tire change here.
All right, so maybe Nathan ain't in shambles at the moment, as the people ahead need to pit. And they haven't gone for a pit, and Nathan's coming in for a pit, so 14 laps on the softs.
The Ferraris got stacked. They both came in at the same time, and they
So
got
the Red Bulls.
Yeah, the Red Bulls as well. So that's it shouldn't hurt them too bad, but there were a lot of cars on pit road there, so may have lost a couple positions. I think Corrupt's gonna have enough of a gap to go ahead and make his pit stop, but he has not put on the soft tires. And what do the soft tires do here, Raz? How many laps can you get out of them?
Minimum, you're going to get 8 laps. That's where your 40% is going to come around, I'd say. And then I think the maximum's 15, which would be like around 75.
Well, both Red Bulls have gone to the soft tire. We've got about 14 laps to go here, so this may be the chance you get to go ahead and put those tires on and stretch them out as far as you can. Let's see what Corrupt does here. Is he going to stay out? No, he's going to take a late dive in and cross the line there to do it, but might have got away with it there. Yeah, Wild Fury's going to come in. Barney's going to come in. It's got to be for the soft tire at this point. OG gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. That's not what he wanted. He was running P6. Heartbreaking. Barney's going to another set of mediums here.
Maybe.
But Barney started on the softs. So actually, you know what? That's the strat. I had it backwards. They started on softs, so they're good
Barney's
to go.
already pitted, so... So maybe he could have done another softs.
Looks like Enjoyer and the Haas stayed out. So he's going to have to maybe try to stretch those to the end.
Not bad strategy, I'd say. Could have done... Maybe he could have came to pit and been on those fresher tyres. I mean, he's got the pace round it, but now he's just not gonna. He's gonna fall back quite a bit.
I think the Ferrari mechanics got flustered with the double stack in the late call of the safety car. They put a set of old medium tires on Barnsley's car, so now Barnsley's going to pit and put fresh mediums on. So bad news for Josh Barnsley. That's going to put him down at the back of the field after that pit stop, right around P16, after he gets the wrong tire set on the car there. Not the way you want to do it. So let's reset the field. Enjoyer in the Haas, currently running P1 on a set of used medium tires. As Drip gets a penalty during the safety car for running off the track. Can't be doing that. But yeah, so Corrupt, fresh set of mediums in P2. Then you got NVA. Talk about the recovery drive from McLaren here. If NVA can squeeze one out of the bag, but he's running hard tires, so he's just trying to stretch this out as far as he can at this point. Said he's not going to make the second pit stop at all. But then Wild Fury in the other Haas has gone to a set of hard tires here. I wonder if he didn't have a set he could use for the end of the race, but kind of an interesting call there, Rez. Hard tires with 12 laps to go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you're even on the hards at this point. There's just no grit. It's just so stupid. I mean, I'm a political man, right? And stuff like this, I'm not sure if it's even a political thing, but I just get off the hards. Like, honestly, if I was under safety car now, I'd actually get off the hards. Just put on softs, put on mediums, even put on wets.
You still don't like the hard tire, right?
Just not on this track.
Well, if Sid was here, he'd prove us all wrong and take the hards all the way to the end and do well with it. But
I mean,
it's
even
D3.
with Sid.
Oh, we got a report from Wild Fury's garage that the Haas team put the wrong set of tires on that car. He was not supposed to get hard tires there, but there you go. We should get a restart this time by. So, storyline here: Corrupt, medium tires. Looks like he's in a really good spot if he can keep that, keep the Aston on the track. Really good spot to take this race. Interested to see how Barney and Coots here work their way through the field. I think OG still has that drive-through, so he's going to drop down. I was going to put Roberto up into the top 7. I would expect NVA and Wild Fury to struggle here on the restart, but Let's see. Corrupt got a good restart last time. He overtook into the lead going into turn 1. So let's see if Enjoyer can do a start that's going to give him a little better run here. Enjoyer's going to hold him through the chicane here. Not going to go yet.
Ethan spins.
Ethan is spun under the... Oh, no. And getting ready for the restart. Ethan's gone around. He's lost positions back down to the P17. As Enjoyer continues to hold him. Looks like everybody made it through. Nobody's hit each other. That's good news. So that's probably the way to do it.
Has Dripney pushed Nathan into the pit wall?
Oh, so there was contact back there. They kind of stacked up on each other. So,
Zenith pits. So I think she might have damage. So the AlphaTauri in the mud right here. As Nathan's going to do a double overtake. As Cole actually gives Nathan no space. But then, is that Brian Hackerman that's actually went into the gravel through that hairpin. So, not good for him.
Barney Goatmere is going to make a lunge here under Wild Fury. Barney with the late move made that work. He's going to have the position heading into the final sector here. That Mercedes up a position to P4. You're right, though. Further back, these guys are battling hard, too. Back where Cole Cummins, Nathan Doan. As Cole runs a little bit wide right there. Lets Ethan Patel through. May have been a little bit of team orders there from Red Bull. Not sure, but it looked like he just kind of let him by. No, Cole's got damage. I think you said Cole got knocked into the pit wall, right? So that would explain that. Meanwhile, Barney Goatmere is already on the back of NVA. Those medium tires versus used hard tires. Not much of a match here. Yellow in Sector 1. It is Cole Cummins has gone around. Nope, I take it back. It's Ethan Patel has gone around. The heartbreak for Red Bull just won't go away here.
I've had the same feelings as Ethan back in last season. Britain getting pole over excitement and that. The nerves kick in. Lap 1, bang, you're all the way out the back.
Barney Goatmere picks up a 3-second penalty. He was wiggling through the chicane right there. Looked like he saved the car, but unfortunately went off the track when he did it and picked up a penalty. So that's going to hurt his chances to run down Enjoyer here. But he is going to run down NVA as he is already there. This should be easy picking for Barney here. Whoa! Man, the desync here is crazy. Looks like he's going to get him around the outside. That Williams might get by as well. Yeah.
This is what I'm telling you. The hards just don't work around here. Even these guys are on fresh mediums. Like you can just tell from NVA's car, it's just got no grip.
And both those hard tire cars just dropping back. The Barney Goatmere up to P3. But how about Enjoyer here? Has been able to hold off Corrupt so far, or did Corrupt get by him? Then Enjoyer have a moment. I'm not sure. I thought Corrupt had the lead, but maybe I just had that wrong. So here comes Corrupt now. DRS looking to get into the race lead here, but Enjoyer's putting in some pretty good laps here, keeping Corrupt at bay. So let's see if Enjoyer can get him this time by. So they head on to the front straightaway. Formula One car screaming through the final corner. Enjoyer's going to cover off the right side. That's going to give Corrupt the racing line down the straightaway. Not much he can do there. Enjoyer into the lead.
There's a sector 3 incident where Drip's actually gone off.
The struggles continue for Drip as well. His teammate Cushy up here running P8 at the moment, trying to get by these cars. You got a nice little bottleneck again. The hard tires kind of holding this group up. Let's see if Roberto can make a move on Wild Fury. Not really close enough to do it this time, heading into turn number 12 right there. Yellow in sector 2, that is Drip again, has gone around. Roberto picks up a time penalty. Meanwhile, up front, Corrupt has pulled out almost a 2-second gap on Enjoyer once he made the move stick. I gotta say, NVA and Wild Fury are doing a good job on these hard tires, staying up there. I mean, I thought they'd drop back further than this by now, but they're holding their own right now. Just can't seem. I mean, Roberto can't seem to get by him here.
Something also to know that these penalties might come involved so much at the end of the race, as Alex and Nathan are no penalties. Roberto's on 6, Cushy's on 3, Wild Fury's on 3, Coots and Barney are also on 3. So, I mean, yeah, penalties might come involved.
And Roberto with a big slide there through the final chicane. His driver's letting it all hang out here. Let's see if anything can happen this time. We got further up. We got a little battle in the turn 1. Wild Fury's holding off NVA here. Actually, I think NVA took the position, or Wild Fury just took the position right there. I think NVA was up front at last lap, so that position change has occurred. Can Wild Fury keep the Haas up front? Nobody else can seem to make a move just yet. Meanwhile, Barney Goatmere has caught the other Haas of Enjoyer here. Barney's dragging around Coots with him as well. Coots having a good run here in the Williams. Coots had a good race last week in Spa as well. Second race into the league, I believe. But what can Barney Goatmere do on Enjoyer? DRS flap wide open on that Mercedes. I think he's a little too far back. Yeah, nothing gonna happen this time. Further back though, Roberto on the soft tires just got around NVA. Roberto trying to get that Aston up there. Only car in the top 10 on the soft tires right now. Probably expect those to start falling off here soon. Got 4 laps left in this race as looks like Cushy ran wide right there. Able to hold the position, but getting all 4 wheels off the track. Yellow in sector 2. That is Drip, and he is out of the race. That is a virtual safety car, so everybody gets to catch their breath for a second here. Drip Israel out of the race. Not what Alfa Romeo wanted to see right there. But now it's all about this timing on the virtual safety car. You can make up time here if the guy in front of you doesn't do it right. It's all about getting your restart. So Barney Goatmere, Enjoyer, and Coots all running up here battling for P2. Enjoyer doing a great job making those medium tires last though. 17 laps on them. And we're back to racing. Looks like Barney got a little bit of a better start there. may be able to get the position down into 1. I don't know if he's close enough. He's going to think about it. He's not quite close enough. He's going to wait. Got a few more laps to make that happen. As Coots picks up a time penalty. It's going to put him on equal playing ground with Barney here. That's huge for Barney. That means you're a little safer. You can push a little bit harder against Enjoyer here. Try to make the pass happen and make it stick and build the gap to hold on to P2. Might make a move into this hairpin down here. He's going to do it. Barney's going to sling it up the inside here under Enjoyer, make the move stick. Barney up to P2. Now he's got to build a 3-second gap to keep P2. And Coots is now lined up to do the same thing.
As Kushi actually looked for a move against Alex in turn 1 and just he backed off just at the right moment.
Both drivers on the same age medium tires here, equal performance as they run down NVA on the hard tire. We got 3 laps to go in this race. Up front, Corrupt pulling away. 3-second gap over Barney Goatmere, who's already pulled, well, take it back. Has not pulled a gap. Is there's a car off? That Zenith again? Yeah. Zenith's gone around in front of the leaders here. She's going to rejoin. She's going to rejoin in front of the second pack here. If she goes around again, that's going to mess some folks up right there, but I think she keeps it under control. Thankfully, the car's ghosted. Oh, no, it didn't. It was a crash. There was a... I'm trying to get to it. I can't.
Nathan Doan and Kushi actually hit the back of Alex, and then there was no ghosting on him, and Nathan hit Kushi, whether Nathan has damage. I do not know.
2 laps to go. Barney Goatmere just took... still has P2. Coots got past Enjoyer for P2. Those penalties are going to start to come into play here. Just like you said, Raz, I don't think the gap's going to be there in time to build the gap we need over penalties here. And Coots has actually got 6 seconds of penalties. I missed the second one there. But that's bad news for Cushy back there. Nathan Doan, all of them. That all started, I think, with Zenith going off the track, coming back on, and then they all just kind of got into each other. Yellow in sector 3, I think that's Ethan Patel again.
Cummins.
It's Cole Cummins this time. He's back underway. As we start the final lap, Enjoyer's going to make one more parade around this Barcelona circuit to bring home that Aston Martin.
Roberto gets another 3 seconds, so it's going to bump him down to around probably P10 area if Kushi can keep with him in 6 seconds. But now Roberto and MVA are fighting. Oh, they were fighting, so maybe Nathan can catch up, maybe where the gap was supposed to be. Before when Nathan got hit by Kushi, but it's really unlucky from him. Alex could actually also get higher up positions, around P5 at least.
As Cooch just picked up another 3 seconds, that's going to knock him down even further down the grid here. But can Alex Duarte get around NVA here? Gonna think about it. Not going to get it done. But meanwhile, back up front, It's Corrupt.
So it goes wide.
Corrupt looking to pick up his first win of the season in the Aston Martin. He's going to do it. Corrupt's going to win the Spanish Grand Prix. Barney Goatmere is going to cross the line second, lose the position in penalties to Enjoyer, who finishes P2. While Fury on the hard tires brings it home P4. Alex Duarte, great drive in the Mercedes, up to P5. Coots is going to stick it in P6 after the penalties come into play. Nathan Doan works his way back up to P7 after that incident he had. NVA, P8, Cushy P9, Beberto P10. Ethan Patel actually got a recovery drive up to 11th there. That was actually pretty good considering all the incidents he's had today. Josh Barnsley P12, OG P13, Brian Hackeman P14.
Someone else P15.
Someone else P15.
We'll say it's Rivas.
It's just Rivas. Great jive for Corrupt. Takes the win. Looks very happy on the podium. Gets his trophy from the Spanish Minister of Defense, I'm assuming. There you go. Your Spanish Grand Prix for Division 3. Great race. Super exciting. I think the track actually puts on some pretty good racing here, Raz.
Yeah, I mean, very nice track, I'd say. Not my favorite, but some decent racing going on there, even though we had like spins left, right, center. Apart from that, quite decent racing.
Absolutely. Corrupt your winner. Enjoyer, Barney Goatmere, Wild Fury, Alex Duarte, Coots, Nathan Doan, NVA, Cushy, Roberto, Ethan Patel, Josh Barnsley, OG down in P13, Brian Hagman P14. Let's see if we can talk to some of these guys.
Yeah, they are all in the waiting room right now.
Cool. Well, let's bring up our P3 finisher in the Mercedes. It's Barney Goatmere. Barney, how'd it go out there today, man?
It went great, honestly. Got the points we needed after 2 bad races. So I think this week I was really prepared and didn't burn myself out in practice. So I was happy with that. And it's P2. I got double warning, so I think I can get that removed.
Okay, well, you can file that through the steward, see how it works out. But yeah, we were watching. It looked like once you got past, I think it was Wild Fury, and you kind of tried to pull that gap out a little bit. Actually, it was, I think it was Wild Fury, somebody. But yeah, you got past. You're trying to pull that gap, and when you got that late penalty, it seemed like it was going to be challenging. But if you're going to appeal it, just go for it, man. But yeah, great drive, man. Great podium.
Thank you.
Let's bring Enjoyer in here, running the Haas this week. Enjoyer worked his way up to P2 after the penalties. Great drive, Enjoyer. Take us through your race.
Thanks. Yeah, some of these people were definitely faster than me here. Staying out on the safety car, I think, is what helped me. I probably would have got like 8th or 7th or somewhere in there, but that really saved me, I think.
Yeah, it was a great drive. He stretched those medium tires out all the way to the end there. Was it the original plan on one stop, or were you going to go for the 2?
No, I was going to go for 1 no matter what. It makes it easier when there's safety car laps. Corrupt, I feel a little bit less bad because I thought he also stayed out with me. So I thought we were both on old mediums and he was just a second faster than me. But that guy is definitely a different level. He's too fast.
Yeah, it was you and I think one other car further down that stayed out, and we were questioning it, but it worked out for you. You got P2 in the end. Great drive, brother.
Thank you, brother.
All right, let's bring in the man of the hour, the winner of the Spanish Grand Prix. It's Corrupt, winning it pretty solidly too. Corrupt, take us through your race, brother. Congrats.
Fucking go, finally. Yeah. Got an amazing start, like the best start ever, and got the jump on Barney and Ethan, and yeah, it was pretty good after that. I was a bit iffy on dodging on pitting for the second safety car, but Thelma and Joel in my chat said, "Oh, pit, everyone's gonna pit." So I pitted, came out behind Enjoyer. He was on all mediums, got past him, and then yeah,
So
You good?
take us through that start, because that start was pretty exciting to watch.
Oh, it's just yeah, something that happened, and I was like, ah, I was on the grass, so I was like, should I lift off? Should I? Oh, fuck it, and then I just yeah.
You got a lot of fans here in the chat rooting for you. So, yeah,
So-
great job, man. Great drive. It was dominating, and like I said, even when you were behind the other cars after the pit stops, you made quick work of them. So, great
Oh,
race.
Did you guys see I almost spun behind the safety car?
We did not see that actually.
It was pretty close. But yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, so there you go, Raz. D3 in the books. What's D2 going to look like tonight?
Hiring.
It's got to be pretty late where you are. I know it is. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up so you can get ready for your race. Thanks for hanging out with us, D3. If you haven't liked and subscribed, make sure you hit that button and do that. I'm PBJ. That's Raz. Have a great week. We will see you guys next time. Ciao.
Bye.